Mass Effect Genesis is an interactive comic book that PS3 owners can download when they get a copy of Mass Effect 2. It's also coming to Xbox and PC. It serves as a recapping backstory to the events of Mass Effect 1. What's interesting is both Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale provide a monologue about several key events, describing simply what happened and prompting you to make decisions. It's like a 10-minute thing, and then these choices get imported into Mass Effect 2. What's interesting is it starts off right where the death of Shepard is about to occur in Mass Effect 2. It's kind of like an interlude, a Shepard aside, where Shepard just starts talking to the audience, or you, who is Shepard. This could have been done in any number of ways, like by Liara, for example. Or maybe like in a flashback where Shepard is suddenly taking account of their life while plummeting to their death, finally having realized the impact all the choices they made. This could have been a dream sequence or even a stream of consciousness, or where several side characters recap their account of things. Of course, it wouldn't involve as much dialogue and focus only on the bigger choices, but it would show their concern about their life and the people they impacted. I mean, the plot would have nothing to do with the love interest, but that was an actual choice to make, so that option does make it personal, as opposed to them just telling us a story, which just jumps into the flashback and then it just ends.
Just another routine mission.
I know turning pages in a digital comic is no big deal, but yeah, you know what? I thought this was fine. It was good. You're expecting a lot of details to be removed, and that's understandable. It's got Liara hugging her dead mom.
Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms.
Wow, really? I don't remember that. Hell, I prefer this scene over Benezia's slumping and then having her character model just vanish. And Tali and Garrus dual-wielding pistols acting out a scene from The Matrix. Yeah. I do have one issue, though. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just, well, the lack of an entire plot point. I mean, it's not a huge issue. We'll just call this plot point, I don't know, Pharaohs? It's no big deal. I mean, Shepard, I guess, can just not understand Prothean. I mean, that was no big deal anyway, and interpret the entire visions, or know how to get to Ilos. He just sort of does it anyway. That whole thing that made Shepard unique and plot integral to Mass Effect 1 is, well, it's gone. Of course, Shepard was completely replaceable in Mass Effect 2, which means Shepard has been reduced to a guy or girl with a gun in Mass Effect 3. And that's all they're going to be. Usually in stories you're supposed to develop a protagonist and establish what they are and then make them central to the plot or the story you're telling, not remove the things that make them special. During a recap, well, you're supposed to recap, not omit key things. Like this.
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory. A viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations.
I need the cipher.
Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are a part of you now. You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
For homework, BioWare, I'd like you to Google the term called Chekhov's gun. You might not have heard of it. You could also hire an editor, or just get a guy who played the first game. That would be helpful. Of course, you're free to tell any story any way you like, change characters around, give us exposition that means absolutely nothing, and then do it 3 times in a row. That's totally fine. I mean, it's not like we cared that we saved or destroyed an entire human colony, which was being controlled by the Thorian, a 50,000-year-old alien creature who had a power similar to the Reaper's indoctrination, which all took place within an ancient Prothean megalopolis. Wait, Shepard could have saved a human colony? Wouldn't it make sense in Mass Effect 2 if Pharaohs got collected? Aren't collectors interested in human colonies where Shepard has been? Isn't this the simplest, most obvious tie-in between the two games that would give players a reason to care about the plot? That whole choices matter thing? There are literally dozens of omissions, and they're cosmetic, which is fine, but nothing as big as Pharaoh's. Well, except for the whole goal of the plot, the conduit. I mean, I can't. What the? How is this? I don't. How did this happen? So what I'm really trying to say is this is really good storytelling, and no one likes green alien chicks. I mean, they just don't sell. Blue we can work with. Green, not so much.